Ever pondered where you'd invest your mental capital if you found yourself in the marketplace of the mind? Welcome to the Mental Capital Marketplace, a bustling hub of ideas, perspectives, and potential pathways. This is where your mental capital, your knowledge, skills, creativity, and imagination comes to play. And play, it does. It's like a game of chess. But instead of moving pawns and knights, you're maneuvering thoughts and ideas. In this marketplace, there are 3 prime spots to consider investing your mental capital, each with its unique rewards and risks. They are the Innovation Bank, the Conformity Credit Union, and the Risk Reserve. The Innovation Bank is the Silicon Valley of your mind, a place where trailblazing ideas are born and nurtured. It's the birthplace of the next Apple, Microsoft, or Tesla, but in the context of your thoughts and ideas. It's where you invest if you're seeking to disrupt, to break the mold, to make a significant impact. On the other hand, we have the Conformity Credit Union. This is the place for those who prefer to play it safe, who value stability over disruption. It's like the steady, reliable blue-chip stocks of your mental portfolio. Lastly, we have the Risk Reserve. This is the wild card in your investment portfolio. It's for those daring enough to take a gamble, to step into the uncharted territories of the mind. So, where will you invest your mental capital? Where will you place your bets in this grand marketplace of the mind? Remember, the choice is yours, and the stakes are high. After all, it's your thoughts, ideas, and creativity on the line. Now let's venture into our first stop, the Innovation Bank. Imagine the Innovation Bank as the Silicon Valley of your mind, a hub of creativity and forward-thinking ideas. Welcome to the Innovation Bank, the nerve center of your cognitive capital. This is where you store all your groundbreaking ideas, your out-of-the-box solutions, and your inventive strategies. Much like Silicon Valley, the Innovation Bank is where your imagination meets reality, fostering a culture of creativity and originality. Now you might wonder why the Innovation Bank is so important. Why not just stick to the tried and true, the conventional, the safe? But let's think about Silicon Valley for a moment. This is a place where companies that once existed only in someone's garage now shape the world as we know it, where ideas that seemed too far-fetched just a few years ago are now part of our everyday lives. That's the power of innovation. That's the power of the Innovation Bank. Innovation is not just about coming up with new ideas. It's about being nimble and dynamic, responding to changes in the market, and always staying a step ahead. It's about not just surviving, but thriving in a constantly evolving business landscape. And this is where the Innovation Bank comes in. Think of it as your personal Silicon Valley. Here, you cultivate your ideas, you nurture them, and you bring them to life. You're not just following the trend, you're setting it. You're not just adapting to change, you're driving it. Just like the best innovators in Silicon Valley, you're not afraid to take risks, to fail, to try again. Because you know that with every failure comes a lesson, with every risk comes an opportunity. And these are the investments that yield the highest returns. So why invest in the Innovation Bank? Because it's the place where ideas are born, where creativity flourishes, where the future is shaped. Because innovation is not just a buzzword, it's a mindset, it's a way of life. Innovation, as seen, is not merely a choice, but rather an investment with high returns. But why is this mental Silicon Valley, this Innovation Bank, so crucial for business survival? Well, let's dive into that. First off, let's think of innovation as a kind of business survival kit. It contains tools that help your business adapt, evolve, and thrive in an ever-changing marketplace. Just like a chameleon blends into its surroundings, your business needs to adapt and change with the times. Now, what's in this survival kit? Let's unzip it and see. First, you'll find nimbleness. Being nimble means being able to quickly adjust your business strategies and tactics as the winds of the market change. It's about staying on your toes, ready to pivot at a moment's notice. Imagine you're in a boxing ring, and your opponent is the market. You must be ready to duck, weave, and land a punch when the opportunity presents itself. That's nimbleness. Next, we pull out dynamism. This is the energy, the drive to keep moving forward, to keep innovating no matter what. It's the relentless push against the status quo. It's about not settling for good enough, but instead, constantly striving for even better. Dynamism is the engine that propels your business into uncharted territories. Finally, we have relevance. It's about understanding what your customers need and want, and then delivering that, not just once, but consistently over time. It's about staying top of mind for your customers, being their first choice when they're ready to buy. Relevance is the compass that keeps your business on course, guiding you toward what your customers truly value. So that's the business survival kit: nimbleness, dynamism, and relevance. These are the tools that help your business survive and thrive in a rapidly evolving marketplace. They are the deposits you make into your innovation bank, ensuring that you stay ahead of the competition and remain relevant to your customers. And let's be clear, without innovation, your business is like a ship without a rudder, lost at sea. Innovation is not an option, it's a necessity. It's the lifeblood flowing through the veins of any thriving business. We've seen the brilliance of the innovation bank, but what about the Conformity Credit Union and the Risk Reserve? Let's dive into the Conformity Credit Union first. This is the place where you invest in the tried and true. It's the comfort zone. The strategies here are based on what has worked in the past. This might sound like a safe bet, but remember, the world is constantly changing. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. The Conformity Credit Union can provide steady, albeit slow returns on your mental capital. The risk is low, but so is the potential for explosive growth. Now let's move on to the Risk Reserve. This is where you put your mental capital when you're willing to take big risks for potentially big rewards. It's the Wild West of the mental marketplace. Here you might strike gold, or you could end up losing everything. The Risk Reserve is a place of high stakes and high uncertainty. It's not for the faint of heart, but it can be exhilarating for those who thrive on the thrill of the unknown. Both of these investment avenues have their merits. The Conformity Credit Union offers stability and familiarity, while the Risk Reserve provides the opportunity for high returns, albeit with greater risk. However, when compared to the Innovation Bank, they often fall short. The Innovation Bank is where you invest in new ideas and creative solutions. It's where you push boundaries and challenge the status quo. The Innovation Bank offers not only potential for high returns, but also the opportunity to shape the future. It's a dynamic, ever-evolving space that thrives on change and adaptation. The Conformity Credit Union and the Risk Reserve are useful tools in your investment arsenal. They can provide balance and diversification. But if you're looking for the best long-term returns on your mental capital, the Innovation Bank is where you want to be. While these paths hold their own value, they often fail to match the dynamism of the Innovation Bank. In this marketplace of the mind, where does your mental capital go? This is the question we've been exploring, and as we round off, it's important to revisit the key points we've discussed. Innovation Bank, Conformity Credit Union, Risk Reserve. These aren't just fancy terms we've whipped up. They represent different approaches to investing your mental energy, your creativity, your problem-solving brilliance. They're the Silicon Valley, Wall Street, and the wild frontier of your mind. We delved deep into the Innovation Bank, the Silicon Valley of your mind. We discovered that innovation is not just a buzzword, it's a survival kit for businesses. It's the dynamism and nimbleness that keeps you relevant, keeps you top of mind in an ever-evolving marketplace. Because let's face it, the marketplace doesn't care for those who don't adapt, who don't innovate. Then we explored the Conformity Credit Union and the Risk Reserve, two other places where you can invest your mental capital. They have their merits, of course. There's comfort in conformity, and there's thrill in risk. But they don't hold the same potential as the Innovation Bank. Why? Because innovation is the currency of the future. It's the language of progress. It's the tool that turns problems into opportunities, challenges into breakthroughs. It's what sets apart the good from the great, the ordinary from the extraordinary. And the best part? Everyone has access to the Innovation Bank. It doesn't discriminate based on age, experience, or background. It's open to all who dare to dream, to think differently, to challenge the status quo. So, as we conclude, ask yourself this: where do you want to invest your mental capital? In the comfort of conformity, in the thrill of risk, or in the potential of innovation? Remember, the Innovation Bank is not just a concept, it's an approach, a mindset, and potentially your key to future success. So go on, make your investment. The marketplace of the mind is waiting.